Securities and Exchange Commission filed separate civil lawsuits against two major exchanges, Binance and Coinbase. Caitlin Ostroff covers cryptocurrencies for the Journal and explains the latest showdown between federal regulators and the industry's biggest players.
Binance is an international crypto exchange that was founded in 2017. The Securities and Exchange Commission sued Binance, saying that it was operating an illegal securities exchange in the US. And in doing so, it sued not just Binance's US entity and its global entity, but also Changpeng Zhao, who is the founder of Binance. In its lawsuit, the SEC said that Binance was offering tokens that were actually securities and that those were not registered as such. And because of that, Binance was basically operating a sort of black market for tokens that they were not supposed to be allowed to let users trade. The SEC also really dug into a lot of Binance's operations. Two of the firms that the SEC zeroed in on in the Binance complaint were called Merit Peak and Sigma Chain. These are two market makers that were owned and operated by Zhao, Binance's founder and CEO. And the SEC says that Sigma Chain, one of these so-called market-making firms, which buys and sells cryptocurrencies, was doing that on Binance US, but trading a lot of the same funds. And so basically making it look like there was a bunch more trading than there actually was. They also say that there was the risk of funds being commingled on Binance US through the Merit Peak entity. And so they're saying that because of those two entities, users weren't fully aware of what was happening with their funds and what was potentially happening in the background. Binance has said that it intends to defend the platform vigorously. It has vehemently denied that there was ever any risk to customer funds, that it commingled assets. Not even a day later, there was a separate lawsuit that the SEC handed down against Coinbase, the largest US exchange. In their lawsuit against Coinbase, the SEC is saying that it also traded assets that should have been registered as securities. And because of that, Coinbase was operating an illegal securities exchange as well. In response to the charges, Coinbase has called for there to be more specific legislation regarding cryptocurrencies in Washington, D.C., and has said that it's going to continue to engage with legislators to actually get that legislation through Congress. So for Binance, the SEC is seeking for Zhao and his companies to not be able to do business in the US. It seems more likely that this litigation is going to drag out for a while. Unlike the Department of Justice, which can issue criminal charges, the SEC can really only do civil charges. At most, you could be looking at either a settlement or, if a judge rules in the SEC's favor, a monetary fine. Crypto has grown exponentially from when it was created and worth basically nothing in 2009, 2010 to where we are now, where it's a $1 trillion industry. The recent escalation in enforcement from the agency has certainly caught people's attention. And it does seem like they're starting to really go after not just small companies and projects as they have in the past, but really the biggest companies in the ecosystem.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So you see today's headline right up on the stage right there. Why is Ripple XRP up today? Well, guys, guess what? Ripple has won its lawsuit against the SEC. The SEC claims that Ripple was a security. And today, they got the ruling in the favor of XRP. All this Coinbase stock is up. It's like $106 now. Ripple is going up at this time. I really see the price at this moment. Let me see if I can pull it up. With Ripple or XRP is at this time trading at 81 cents. Wow. That's a 73% increase in the price. 81 cents. And Bitcoin is trading right now at 31,703. Ethereum, for the first time, it climbed over $2,000 this year for its high. It hit over 2 grand. So the crypto market is booming right now. The stock market is booming right now. And Ripple, XRP is booming right now because they have won their lawsuit. So this is going to be a quick video. I think I'm gonna put in a link when last year or earlier this year or maybe last year, they said that crypto was dead. I did a video that crypto was dead and everybody was going out against the crypto, how bad it was. But if you can see the price now, Bitcoin is now trading at $31,731 as we're speaking. So when I made the video, I think Bitcoin maybe could have been like 16,000. So if anybody listened to me when I made the video and you decided to invest in the crypto or Bitcoin at the time, XRP was probably in 20s or 30 cents maybe, somewhere down there. There's like I said, 81 cents and going higher. You could have gotten a steal in the crypto market. And right now, I will still say it's a steal in the crypto market because we only just begun. And all for the naysayers and all the haters and stuff for crypto, you had Dave Ramsey on there. You had what's his name? Jim Cramer. All these people were talking negative. What's the name? Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. They were all talking negative against the cryptocurrency and the space. And they were trying to get people to sell. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and read this article real quick. It's going to be a quick video just to show that XRP has won its lawsuit. And you know that price is going to skyrocket now. Maybe so is crypto. But it's been 3 years, 3 long years. And finally, Gary Gensler and the SEC lost their case. This guy, he didn't know what he was doing in the first place. I mean, he had no kind of rules whatsoever. He's saying that they broke the rules, but never gave the rules that they should break. And so the whole lawsuit was a shenanigans. It was a scam to everybody because we knew that XRP was better than that. And so if XRP wins, then you know a lot of other coins were delisted, like Stellar, XLM, and other cryptocurrencies as well. So now there's hope for the other cryptocurrencies to not be considered as a security. All right. So let's read the article. It says today XRP's price increased by 90% after a U.S. judge ruled that Ripple's sales of XRP token were not investment contracts. However, the court upheld the SEC's claim that Ripple institution sales violated the Securities Act by involving the unregistered sale of investment contracts. Gemini Crypto Exchange says it's examining whether to list Ripple's native token. So, as I stated, I didn't state, Coinbase and a whole bunch of other cryptocurrency exchanges, because of the lawsuit that the SEC had against Ripple or against XRP, they have delisted them off their exchanges now. So now it's a possibility that XRP is going to be put back on a lot of these exchanges again. So, I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. It's going to make a lot of people millionaires. A lot of people are going to make a lot of money when this thing goes back up. And this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you. All right. So everybody who watching my videos, you had a chance to get into Bitcoin when it was at 16, 17,000, and it stayed down that area for a long time. And a lot of these other cryptos. But you had all the naysayers and all the big players and all the media arguing against you. And sometimes when it comes to investing, you have to go against the grain. You have to go against the grain in investments. That's the way it works. And I'm going to say one thing, and I'm going to say it again. Never listen to mainstream media. They always would throw you off. You have to go around that. And you have to use your better judgment, and you have to go in yourself and think. Mainstream media does not want you to be rich. So while you're selling, they're buying, but they're doing the opposite of what they're saying. So you have to be just a little bit smarter than they are. All right, let's keep reading this. The Securities and Exchange Commission claimed that XRP is a security. Following the announcement, the value of XRP rose by 64.74% to reach a one-year high of 77 cents. Investors viewed the ruling as a bullish sign for XRP. Yes, it is. XRP price shoots and the bulls are happy. According to the CoinMarketCap, the live XRP price today is 87, basically 87 cents, almost 88 cents. The coin has a 24-hour trading volume of I can't even write that much. That's 6,254,271,266,000. XRP is up 86.48% in the last 24 hours. Ripple prolonged the legal battle with the multiple court, and investors' residual concerns over XRP's utility have weighed on the altcoin's price for a considerable amount of time. Now, they call it an altcoin because it's an alternative to Bitcoin. So any kind of coin that's not Bitcoin, they call it an altcoin, for y'all who don't know that. It's called alternative or altcoin. All right. A number of analysts have speculated for at least a year that a favorable federal court ruling would result in a steep price increase for Ripple, a prediction that was confirmed on July 13th. The United States District Judge for the Southern District of New York, Annalise Torres, granted summary judgment in favor of Ripple Labs on 3 out of 4 issues, holding that its native token is not a security in certain circumstances. This decision comes nearly 3 years after the SEC filed suit against Ripple on December 22nd, 2022. Look at all those twos, y'all. On February 18th, 2021, the SEC subsequently filed an amended complaint. All right. Other tokens that were recently dislisted from major exchanges due to concerns that they may be unregistered securities issuances rallied as well. Stellar XLM, Ripple siblings coin, has followed in Ripple's footsteps, rising 36% at the time of the writing to the near 9-month high of 13 cents. So all these things were taken down big time. But as I stated to you in the beginning of this, right now, Ripple is trading, let's see, Ripple is trading at 80 cents and is up 71% right now. So as a result, today said, okay, some have speculated that today's decision will weaken the SEC's multi-year opposition to licensing a spot Bitcoin ETF. All right. So I'm not going to read the rest of this article, but it's just to let y'all know that Ripple has won its lawsuit. And yes, and this year we could possibly get a Bitcoin ETF. If we get a Bitcoin ETF, that means there could be billions and trillions of dollars now flowing into crypto. So all you crypto people who've been out there for all these years and y'all been hollering your Bitcoin and your cryptos, this is a long, long wait that we've been waiting for a very long time. And now it is finally here. And it looks like the world is opening up to crypto. All right. So I got one more thing to show y'all and I'm out.
Real market. You just need to read the SEC's briefs filed against Binance yesterday and Coinbase this very morning. The Binance brief basically says the crypto exchange is just like FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried's bogus outfit. There are no controls to speak of, according to the SEC, and funds are all commingled all the time. Again, just like the FTX. I have no idea why anyone would still keep their money with these guys, who are also being charged for generating a lot of trades that make them look like a real outfit, which they're not. There was so much appalling stuff in this brief, but I want to call your attention to what I consider to be all the counterfeit coins that are still traded. Solana, created by Solana Labs, ADA, native token of Cardano, Matic, native token of Polygon, FIL, the native crypto asset of Silicon Network, Atom, the native crypto asset of the Cosmos Hub, Sand, created on the Sand Ethereum blockchain, Mana, minted by Decentraland, Algo, the native token of the Algorand blockchain, Axie Infinity Shards, another Ethereum token, Cody, a native of the Cody blockchain. These are all poppycock. If you're in them, you're a fool. You're just a fool. After reading this brief, I think that all these coins are more or less counterfeit. And I said so to Chairman Gensler this very morning. Why bother to mention them? Because unlike the banks, these crypto assets all seem to be scams, and I want you out of them. Many of you traffic in them every day. You should. You're wrong. Gensler describes Binance as the Wild West. I wish someone would have told the people messing with crypto that in the Wild West it's possible to lose everything because there's no regulation. Don't believe me? I want you to think about this quote from the Binance chief compliance officer, who bluntly admitted to another Binance employee that, and it involves a curse word that I'm not going to say, quote, "We are operating as a unlicensed securities exchange in the USA, bro," end quote. Really captures the spirit of the enterprise, bro. How can anybody even consider keeping their money with this kind of exchange? It's just it's almost a comedy. They can't possibly keep staying one step ahead of the regulatory posse, but maybe you let them. Maybe you're foolish enough to give them the money. Maybe it's your fault. Ever think of that? Maybe it's your fault. Coinbase is a little different. No outright fraud, just no registration as broker-dealer, which the SEC says has led to ill-gotten gains. Ill-gotten gains, that's bad too. Now, what do you do if you're involved with these kinds of alphas? The same thing you should have done with the SPACs or the IPOs that were bad or the meme stocks a year and a half ago. Get out now. Go buy T-bills. I'm not kidding. Just do that. Now, if I could have stopped you from buying all the SPACs, I would have done my best. I can stop you maybe from doing this, or at least I can try. Bottom line, sometimes you get stocks that are manipulated lower, like the regional banks. Then you get the assets that are manipulated higher on bogus exchanges, like a huge chunk of the crypto ecosystem. Both are in the front. Both are going to get, I mean, you're never going to get any credence on Mad Money when you do this stuff to our viewers. I am after you, and I'm not done. I'm getting started. Joe in Oklahoma, Joe.
For pre-market, co-founder Fred Urson was on Closing Bell last night and talked about the criticism that crypto is simply too volatile to be investable.
As somebody who's been working in crypto for 10 years, I've heard that statement hundreds, if not thousands of times. I think the reality is that if crypto is to achieve the huge mission that I think it can, which is being a new global digital money financial system and internet app platform, there is bound to be a lot of volatility along the way.
Jim, we talked about the Moffett note earlier in the week where they see a 600 target. Today it's BTIG initiating with a buy and a target of 500, talking about first mover advantage and an on-ramp for mainstream crypto investors.
Yeah, well, I mean, I told people that they should buy it at the opening and then wait to see if it came down. It did, but I still think that, yes, the $600 price target that Lisa Ellis from MoffettNathanson has, I think it's right. This is all a scarcity, Carl. We don't have any other way for a mutual fund to be involved with crypto. And this way you get all the crypto and you also get, I mean, here's one for you, honest management. I mean, I find that to be a pleasure, Carl.
Were you at all dismayed, or did you find curious Larry Fink's comment this morning on Squawk that at least at this stage, the conversations that BlackRock's having with clients about crypto is, in Larry's words, a very minor conversation?
Well, yeah, I mean, I did a piece this morning just saying, listen, this is it really a sideshow versus, say, what Bank of America and Citi and JP Morgan are doing, what Wells is doing. And I did something, David, I decided to become an apostate.
Okay.
After you and I had that discussion of no one ever selling
Yes.
Bitcoin,
Yes.
I went out and sold, I bought a lot of Bitcoin at 12 because I thought it was a currency, right? At 12,000. And I did something, I know people are going to be angry at me, but I paid off a mortgage yesterday with it. I don't know. Is that dangerous, David? I actually sold some. Now it's from the chart, David, I may be the only natural seller, but it was so great to pay off a mortgage. It was like, kind of phony money paying for real money.
So wait, let me back up. You bought Bitcoin at roughly 12,000, and then you sold it yesterday at,
I was
let's
public
call
on
it
it.
63, 64.
No, I sold half.
Half.
I sold half.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I've sold half all the way up. This
Yep.
is but it was good. And then I took that money, which was the money I got from Bitcoin. And David, I
Yes,
paid off a mortgage.
a
which
real,
was
right, a
real
mortgage
money
in real
I
dollars.
got from
Yeah.
a bank.
Got it, got it.
Yeah, so I now own a house, lock, stock, and barrel, because I bought this curse.
Well, you did very
And
well
David, I don't
on
know.
your ownership
You
of
got one.
Bitcoin. Yeah. Carl, also,
I
as
gotta
we
go to
know,
Carl, but
Kathy Wood, a big fan of Coinbase as well.
Y'all, so y'all heard this fraud, this talk, right? And I wanted to play this to y'all. This is the same guy that told you to sell your cryptos, but this is the same guy who bought Bitcoin and said that he paid off his farm. That was like a couple of years ago. Now he called Solana, Poppycock, he called Matic, Algorand, Ethereum, Mana. Y'all just heard him. And you see how hard they were trying to get y'all to just sell your crypto. So many people, because you see somebody on TV, on a TV screen, you think this guy is for you. He is working for the system. They do not want people into crypto because crypto is brings you freedom. And at the same time, while they was trying to get you out of crypto, if you watch CNBC, you'll notice every time when they talked about crypto, they will bring Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. They align those coins right up on the screen, showing that these are real tradable assets. Binance US, Binance is not a scam. Okay, they was going so hard, and now you see the SEC has failed its lawsuit against Ripple. Coinbase is not a scam. These coins are not a scam. These coins are the future. And now this, I don't know when this was taken. I'll probably put the date down on this video, when this video was. But today is today's date is July the 13th, 2023. But back then, they were working so hard. Earlier this year, Charlie Munger, all they did was talk about, look, if you didn't want to be in crypto, then stick with stocks. You didn't even have to speak on it. And besides, you're not going to persuade anybody out in the first place. Because we already know most people who are in the crypto, they know what they're investing in already. They know the risks already. So, but it was a threat. And he's just a puppet. And
Sam Bankman-Fried has been released on $250 million bond after a federal court appearance yesterday, while he awaits trial on criminal charges related to the collapse of his crypto exchange. Terms set by the federal judge call for Bankman-Fried to remain under house arrest at his parents' home in Palo Alto, California, which has been pledged as security on the bond, plus surrender his passport, wear a monitoring device. His next hearing set for January 3. Jim, the judge's rationalization was that he has sufficient notoriety, meaning it would be difficult for him to either engage in further schemes or hide.
yeah, I thought that was reasonable. I mean, I think that was big, obviously the biggest bill ever. To go with his parents, though, I mean, we don't know what role they played. We don't know what role Ms. Ellison's parents played. We don't know anything about these stuff. One of the reasons why I'm upset, and I think the SEC should be a little more over these things, is when we look at a filing of a stock, we know who owns it. We don't know what this guy owns. I do know that, again, the faith of the American people shocked. Just shocked. I mean, I think that crypto, I sold my crypto. I announced everything on TV, what I did with crypto. But I would not touch crypto in a million years because I wouldn't trust the deposit bank.
And you're making no distinction between centralized, decentralized.
They fought regulation. They didn't want regulation, and you don't have regulation. So if you have your money in any of those, look, I'm not calling you an idiot. I'm just saying you're using a lot of blind faith. And I like to have my money at JP Morgan, and I check on Monday to see whether my balance is there. It's there. It feels good. Try getting your money out. When I had money, I'm not going to mention the firm that I had my money in, but it was a fight to get the money out. A fight. And I think that everybody who owns these various coins, Solana, Litecoin, I do think you're an idiot. Okay? I did not go to college to get stupid. These people who own these things should not own them.
So many times, I mean, it was him that said Bitcoin to get out of Bitcoin when he told us to sell. It was at 16,000. Now Bitcoin is at 31,700 on its way up higher again. Imagine if you sold back then at 16,000. It's at 31,000 now. So he was telling you when everything was so-called bad, when the bad news wanted to sell then, and that's one of the laws against investing in the first place. You never sell low. You always sell high, right, Jim Cramer? Buy low, sell high. But in this case, he was trying to get y'all to sell low. Anyway, this is the Truth Seeking Network. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we get to the root on this channel to tell the truth. And I'm out. Peace till next time.